Good day, ma'am. Good day, classmates. My name is Datu Kenmiclo Datumanong, and my topic is all about pricing strategy. Pricing strategy is an approach businesses use to determine what price they should charge for their products and services. It involves analyzing the market and customer demand, understanding customer needs, evaluating production costs, and setting competitive prices that maximize profits. So, my first topic is cost-based pricing strategy. In using cost-based pricing strategy, the pricing strategy of small businesses can ultimately determine fate. Small businesses owners can ensure profitability and longevity by paying close attention to their pricing strategy. Small businesses tend to use a cost-based pricing strategy more than bigger businesses. So, for example of this is the sari-sari store. So, there are small home-based businesses that typically use cost-based pricing. So, they mark up their products based on the cost of goods, rent, and other expenses. This allows them to keep their prices competitive while it's still making a profit. So next is the consumer value-based pricing. Consumer value-based pricing is a business strategy that sets prices for products or services based on how much customers perceive the value of those products or services to be. It's also known as value-added pricing or value pricing. Value-based pricing is different from the other pricing strategies because it focuses on the benefits a product offers to the customers, rather than the cost to make the product or the prices of competitors. For example of this is the Apple products. Apple consistently employs value-based pricing for its products such as iPhones, Macs, and Apple Watches. While these products might have comparable features to competitors, Apple's brand reputation for design, user experience, and ecosystem integration drives a higher perceived value among consumers. This allows Apple to charge a premium price, and customers are willing to pay it because they believe they are getting something unique and valuable. So next is the cost plus approach. Cost plus approach is a simple and straightforward way to calculate prices. It can help businesses anticipate profitability and set prices without constantly adjusting them to market conditions. However, cost plus pricing doesn't consider external factors like competitor prices, which can be important for understanding how much consumers are willing to pay. For example, imagine a bakery that produces custom cakes that cost of ingredients, labor, and utilities to make a specific cake is $50. So, the bakery wants to make a 20% profit margin and needs to cover 10% overhead costs. So, for cost of production is $50. Then, the profit margin is 20% of $50 equals to $10. Then, for the overhead is 10% of $50 equals to $5. So, the total markup is $10 plus $5 is equal to $15. So, for selling price is $50 cost plus 15% markup. So, the total is $65. Therefore, the bakery would sell the custom cake for $65 using the cost plus pricing approach. So next is the customary pricing. In using customary pricing, the Colombia and Rebisco candies are the pioneers and one of the most popular candies makers in the Philippines. They sell their products per bundle for about 20 to 30 inside of a bundle. So it contains 20 to 35 pieces of lollipops, commonly in the Philippines. There is a sari-sari store that sells those lollipops per piece for a 1 peso. Over the years, this price has a little margin of increase or didn't even increase at all even though the price of the sugar increases. They still maintain the product price to what customers expect. Sometimes they reduce the size of the candies, reduce the pieces of lollipops inside of the bundle, or use an alternative to sugar as a sweetener to maintain the price point. So example of customary pricing is the clothing. Many clothing retailers use customary pricing for basic items like t-shirt, jeans, and sweaters. These items are often priced at a specific price point such as $20 for a t-shirt or $50 for a pair of jeans. Consumers have come to expect these prices, making it difficult for retailers to significantly deviate without impacting sales. So next is dealing with perception of fairness. In using dealing with perception of fairness, there is a principle called dual entitlement, where there is fairness if sellers pursue a pricing rule of rising prices when their costs increase, but not reduce their prices when costs decrease. Also, this principle effectively implies that suppliers are allowed to increase their profits when there are cost reductions. The buyer is only entitled to the current reference price and not to a share of the cost savings in the form of a lower price. If businesses use this kind of pricing strategy, it is somewhat unfair for the consumers who are just paying higher prices for the product they need or want. For example, imagine a wet market where vendors sell fresh produce like seafood, meat, vegetable, and fruits when demand for a particular product is high, such as fresh fish during a holiday season. Vendors might increase their prices. This makes the higher price brand seems like a better value, even though it's still more expensive per can than the competitor's brand. So next is deceptive reference pricing. In using deceptive reference pricing, the following are the original order of the evaporated milk from its prices. First is Alpine Full Cream evaporated for 57 pesos. Second is Alaska evaporated for 40.50. Third is the Carnation Evap Creamer for 37.50. Then fourth is Alaska Evaporada for 26 pesos. Fifth is the Jersey Culinary Milk evaporated for 22 pesos. And sixth is the Angel Evaporada for 21 pesos. The Carnation Evap Creamer and Alaska Evaporada is the only one that has 50% and the rest is in the whole price. The thing is, it is the strategy of Carnation brand as its significance to the rest of the evaporated milk. The Alpine Full Cream evaporated is the reference price of the consumer in buying evaporated milk. But when the sales price is there, the consumer focuses on the price down of the regular price and grabs the chance to purchase a lot of and neglects the other brand. Angel Evaporado has the same height as another brand with 370 ml that a buyer might not notice that it is only 365 ml. and think of it as the cheapest brand with the same amount compared to other brands. For example, let's say a store sells a brand of evaporated milk for 57 pesos. They also sell a competitor brand for 40.50. However, the store might offer the higher price brand at a discounted price such as 2 cans for 76 pesos. This makes the higher price brand seems like better value, even though it is still more expensive per can than the competitor's brand. Demand-based pricing strategy. In using demand-based pricing strategy, there are several examples of demand-based pricing that can be seen in a variety of products, companies, and industries. Walt Disney World in Florida and Disneyland in California, which now increases their tickets prices during holidays and certain weekends. In contrast to times when there is less demand in the US. Other theme park operators have also embraced this type of pricing such as Universal Studios. Besides, demand-based pricing is also utilized in the lodging, airline, and restaurant industries. Los Angeles for the first time, tickets to Walt Disney World in Florida and Disneyland in California will cost more during holidays and some weekends, up to 20% more than during slower periods, as a bursting at the seams parks seek to spread out demand. So demand-based pricing strategy is a pricing strategy where the price of a product or service is adjusted based on the level of demand. So the example of this is the Walt Disney World and Disneyland. Examples of companies using demand-based pricing, they adjust ticket prices based on the time of the year with higher prices during holidays and weekends when demand is higher. Demand pricing strategy. In using demand pricing strategy is a pricing strategy where different prices are charged for the same product or service based on the customer's willingness to pay. For example, here is the IMAX theater. IMAX is a proprietary system of high-resolution cameras, film formats, film projectors, and theaters, known for having very large screen with a tall aspect ratio and sleep stadium seating. Differential pricing is often a good fit with more intangible, service-oriented solutions where customers place different values on the merits of the service. IMAX Theater can differentiate pricing by charging full price to moviegoers who are willing to pay that amount. They can still offer incentives to more price-sensitive customers through the use of coupons, advanced ticket promotions, and other types of discounts for certain types of customers. So next is diagnostic perception pricing. Diagnostic perception pricing is a pricing strategy where businesses offer discounts to specific customer segments such as senior citizens and children because they are likely to consume less than other customers groups. For example, here is the buffet style restaurant often offer discounts to senior citizens and children. This is because these groups are likely to eat less than adults, making it more cost-effective for the restaurant to offer them a low price. Differential pricing strategy. In using differential pricing strategy, the best example is the VIP treatment in the Skies Flying Extra Comfortably. The PAL Business Class and Premium Economy special offer is here to make booking experience even better. The country's only 4-star airline has great deals coming way, providing premium comfort at great fares, all yours beginning this month. Get the same heartfelt service straight from seats worthy of trips. That's the signature Philippines Airlines experience. Warm smiles, delectable in-flight meals, and dedicated crew. And the same business and premium economy perks remain, of course. First is the priority boarding, allowing to skip lines when checking in and getting on the plane. Second is the increased baggage allowance, giving more space for things need and things bring home. The third one is the more room to move, complete with spacious premium seats and built seats in rest for the legs and feet. The fourth is the better dining, all with metal cutlery and deliciously satisfying meals. The fifth one is the added entertainment, showing a wider view of fun with personal MyPal e-suit screens and access to speedy MyPal Wi-Fi connections. Number six is the and extra amenities under business class, mabuhay lounge access, full flat beds, a plush duvet, four long house lights. The all-new Furla amenity kit and dine at your leisure gourmet meal services.